Hi guys, it's Jennifer Roskamp, also known as the Intentional Mom. So if you are watching this video, hopefully it's because you're getting ready to go on vacation, which is super exciting. But I have found as a mom of 9 and someone who needs to pack a lot of stuff that there is a good way to pack a suitcase and a not so good way. So I'm going to show you a good way, and I'm calling this the Marie Kondo approach to it because I think there's some things, if you're watching her, if you've ever seen her show Tidying Up at all, I think there are some good things that she teaches that apply. First of all, I don't know about you, but I tend to always overpack. So I think when you start thinking about what you have to pack, I think first of all, making sure and really visiting each item and saying, do I really need this, is very important. So while you're not really asking, does this bring me joy, I still want you to look at everything you're thinking of bringing and say, do I really need to bring this? Can I repurpose a different piece of clothing or something else in a different way? Or can I do without this? So I think that's step number one that I think is kind of a Marie Kondo kind of thinking, is just making sure that what you're bringing really belongs to be traveling with you. And then the second thing that I think really applies in terms of what she teaches is how she folds things. So I'm going to show you that in a minute, because the way that she folds things, it just fits, you can just fit more. So let me just show you the suitcase real quick. So in this suitcase, it's not fully packed right now, but I do have 8 pairs of pants, 7 shirts. I have several pairs of underwear, socks, that kind of thing. I have some baby clothes. I've got like 8 pieces of baby items because I'm traveling with a baby. Then of course I have like your toiletry items and things like that. And this is just a carry-on. So it really does come, and a couple pairs of shoes. So it really does come down, and a pair of flip-flops. So it really does come down to how you pack. If I hadn't packed the suitcase this way, I would not fit this much stuff. So I'm going to kind of deconstruct this a little bit just to show you kind of the way that I have things packed. So underneath all of the clothes here, which are all folded Marie Kondo's way, are 2 pairs of shoes. So I find it's most helpful to put shoes on the bottom always, and at least start there. You might find as you pack, it'll work better to shove a shoe somewhere, but I think it's always useful to start by packing your shoes on the bottom. Then once you have all of your clothes folded the Marie Kondo way, then you can start stacking them in the suitcase just like you would in your drawers if you're using the Marie Kondo method at home. So then after that, there's a couple important points here, and that is to pack the most into a suitcase, whether it's a carry-on or a regular suitcase, it means you're going to put things wherever you can get them to fit. So one of the things that I am a huge believer in is unpacking things. Like this is my toiletries bag, and it's empty right now, basically. Usually I've got my soap and my shampoo and my toothbrush and my toothpaste and all that stuff, but it fits better when you can just take your little items like that and just slide them in wherever they fit. So I'm gonna, before I start packing things like this, I'm gonna unpack it so that I can put this in here on the top. This is gonna lay right on the top when I'm done, and I can put my stuff in it once I get to wherever I'm going. But for packing purposes, it really helps when you can shove little things like this into the little nooks and crannies that you'll have. So that's a big step towards getting more in a suitcase too. So I've got underneath all of my clothes, I've got 2 pairs of shoes. And then here's where I have a lot of the baby stuff. And again, I'm using the same approach. If you're not packing baby things, but you have smaller things like camisoles or boxers or bathing suits, the same thing applies where I've got this stacked. Underneath here is another row of baby things that are all folded here Marie Kondo's way. So again, when you start approaching how to pack your suitcase, you're just looking at it, it's kind of like a Tetris puzzle. If you've ever done a puzzle, you can pack a suitcase effectively. It's the same sort of thing. So then this is kind of the baby section. Underneath here, I've got some hairspray and my brush and things like that. And I'm gonna start putting things like this in these cracks in places where they fit the best. I can see I've got a little bit of room there. I've got a little bit of room there. And then let me show you, and then like this little bag can fit here. This will still fit on the top. As I put these last few clothes that I'm gonna show you how to do Marie Kondo's way, they will fit right in here. I'll have some more cracks and crevices. In this pocket here, I have a book and I have my flip-flops. And when you're packing this pocket, you just have to think, here is my fuller stack. So I'm gonna put something more flat right there so that it will still close. The book, for instance, if these things were flopped, they wouldn't fit. So you have to just be strategic in how you pack that pocket too, and I find the pocket is best with, skinny things. So let me show you how to fold a shirt. The thing with anything Marie Kondo folding clothes is you always have to think about a square. You want to take whatever you're folding and turn it into a square. I do have kind of a big bulky cardigan in here too. I wanted to point that out, that fits also. So there's a lot in that suitcase. So I'm just starting by making this shirt a rectangle or a square. So once I have that, by folding the sleeves in, you take it and you just fold it in half the long way. And then you're gonna take it and fold it almost in half up to the bottom. You wanna leave a little bit of extra at the top here, and that's just so that things don't fold down. And then it's thirds after that. And it just makes this tight, neat little package, and that is something you can easily put in the suitcase or in your drawers at home. And pants are really easy, right? Because all of a sudden they're already a rectangle. So your pants is just a matter of folding them in half. And then again, the same thing. You're folding it all the way, almost all the way in half again. And then you're folding it in thirds after that. And you're just making it a nice, neat little package. Edges down, go into the suitcase or the drawer. And that's the most effective way to pack a suitcase. I think thinking like Marie Kondo, folding your things like she does, making sure you're taking only the things that really need to go, and then you're filling in all the gaps. You should have no gaps in your suitcase. You should have everything full. And then you'll fit more. I can usually travel with just a carry-on for a whole week. So, good luck to you. Have a great vacation.